Founded in 1902, Fort Hays State University is one of the fastest growing universities in Kansas and is considered the Harvard of the Plains. With 2017 being the inaugural year of the Robbins Banking Institute, many students have taken the opportunity to develop their professional focuses in order to serve the area and the community. With a rapidly growing community and demands for evolving business, banks have adapted their services, including loans, technology, and mobile banking, to fit the needs of this diverse community. As small businesses provide the backbone for the community, and large businesses seek to establish locations in Hays, the necessity for a bank that can serve both has become prevalent.
One of the reasons we wanted to have a community bank was to have the profits of the bank stay in the community. We've got a number of stockholders who have donated large sums of money to the university, to the hospital, and various organizations throughout Hays. And now that we're generating income for them, they can keep doing that and even increase so. So again, it's the idea of the money staying in Hays that's been very rewarding.
Bank of Hays was chosen for this case study because of its ability to meet rising demands of the community and its transforming technology.
Do you remember our first conversation about starting a bank in Hays?
Not really.
I don't remember if I called you or you called me, but I think both of us were pretty frustrated with how things were going.
Yeah, we were both frustrated. Oh, I didn't know you were frustrated. I was frustrated. And probably vice versa. You didn't know I was frustrated either, although you might have guessed. But yeah, that would have been late 2003 or very early 2004.
Bank of Hays has a unique ability to produce the kind of output you would expect to see from a bank twice their size. With average assets per employee of 1.9 times the peer group average and overall expenses at a fraction of the mean for the bank their size, they have seen their overall assets and net income soar during even the most tumultuous of financial environments. At an average asset level of just under $265 million, they have seen the number of banks in their peer group decrease by 15.4% to 669 FDIC insured banks since 2013. Their ability to matriculate fixed income securities across various investment horizons, coupled by a strategic loan allocation business model, has made Bank of Hays a model of banking efficiency and longevity. The aggregate loan composition that Bank of Hays exhibits reflects what you would expect to see when examining a bank that is adamant about fostering growth within the community. Nearly 80% of the bank's 2017 loan portfolio was comprised of real estate and commercial loans, 60% and 20% respectively.
We make money through loans, and particularly commercial loans. The three branches that we have, Jetmore, Hanston, and Lewis, are all in ag communities, and they don't have much true business loans. They might have a Main Street bar or restaurant, but pretty much everything is ag. And here in Hays, though, we're lucky enough that ag isn't that big. Most of our loans are not ag. So as a total, ag, I think, is less than 20% of our total loans. So right around 20%.
Our business model is small business lending. We want to have all of the banking features that people want, but it's more just from a competitive deal. I need to have internet banking. I need to have bill pay. I need to have mobile banking. I need to have mobile deposit banking. I'm just after the business customer who want those products.
Management within Bank of Hays is currently pursuing several different avenues to keep their bank as up to date on current technology as possible. Some more long-term goals executive management and the Bank of Hays have in their strategic plans is incorporating an online teller system not yet used by many community banks in the Hays, Kansas area. Management in the Bank of Hays makes it their priority to always be adapting the bank in ways that will help their target customers and businesses be as successful and run as efficiently as possible by using the technologies provided by a modern bank.
Bankers are trying to figure out how to compete with the PayPals and the Venmos, and Zelle is actually a banker product. Neat thing that I liked about Zelle from a banker perspective is it's all still in the banking system. Venmo is owned by PayPal, and the deposits are left in Venmo. You can move them to your DDA account, But it's almost like Venmo's its own little bank because they have all of your deposits, all of your money until you tell it to move it to your banking account. Where Zelle is a bank-to-bank transfer.
Bank of Hayes has a number of third-party vendors to help with daily functions. Hutchinson is used as a correspondent account to assist with clearing checks and various other duties. Data Center, or DCI, is the largest third-party vendor Bank of Hayes uses and is used as the bank's core processor. Another third-party vendor used is Walters Kluwer. They are used for preparing loan documents and developing necessary software that enables Bank of Hayes to run more efficiently. The addition of solar panels is another unique strategy to increase their cost savings to an even higher degree. In the 2005 era, they struggled to find many people that were doing solar, but they were persistent on finding a way to bring them to their bank. They eventually discovered Cromwell Solar, out of Lawrence, Kansas, who has been known to install more commercial and residential solar than any other company in Kansas. Due to complications with the heavy framing system of the panels, there was no engineer that would sign off on the way to install it on their flat roof. They decided to create a carport that would be equipped with solar panels. This new project originally was $70,000 more than their plan of the solar panels being on the roof. To make the payments substantially cheaper, they had a 30% solar tax credit along with applying for a USDA energy grant. The $220,000 cost went down to $65,000. There's a net outflow of $65,000 in year one, and it's going to save them $8,000 a year. They projected a 7% annual rate increase of energy, but when you compound $8,000 per year at 7%, in year 20 your electricity costs are close to $25,000. If electricity costs don't go up at all, it would only take the Bank of Hayes 7 years to pay back the cost of the system. Since installing the panels, they have saved approximately $10,000 to date, which they are able to see on their application that monitors the panel's activity. They are able to calculate their carbon dioxide emissions saved along with the number of trees equivalent to their environmental benefits. With these panels, the Bank of Hayes has been able to cut their electricity bill about 60%, which also helps them with their total operating costs. Applying the knowledge that Bank of Hayes has given us, we are more prepared for careers in banking. When asked if he had any advice for future bankers, John Clark said this.
I like the aspect Fort Hays now has that banking institute, and they have the banking emphasis and I guess a banking degree. I think that's something you would almost be required to do if you wanted to be in banking. Because if I have two candidates, if I have a job opening and I have two candidates and one of them has a finance degree and one of them has a finance degree with emphasis in banking, I'm going to like that candidate better. Now, everything else comes into play too, the person and what other stuff they've done. But that's the biggest advantage Fort Hays has right now is they've got a banking program.